It's fair to say that through the years Hull hasn't seen the best portrayal under the media spotlight. Poor perceptions have led to stereotypes of the city, leaving many to believe it's somewhere that's merely end of the line.
There's a lot of people that have never been here. It's in some ways isolated. Also, there's a lot of people that have never left.
Actually talking to people, there's not so much a negative reputation. It's just like a lot of people don't know anything about Hull when they come and visit here.
Yet, Hull has plenty it can boast about. From local boxer Luke Campbell's Olympic glory to the legacy of famed poet Philip Larkin, who spent the majority of his life working at the University Library, the city is rooted in the success of its residents. Once a bustling centre of the fishing trade, a stroll across town can still reveal the vivid pride in its maritime heritage. Since the widespread decline of British domestic industries throughout the 1970s, Hull's main industries have been replaced by retail and tourism sectors. Though the steep decline of industry can still be felt, brighter tides are swiftly making their way towards the city. In 2013, it was selected by the government to be the 2017 UK City of Culture. The prize, inspired by Liverpool's stint as European Capital of Culture in 2008, will see a £15 million programme of arts events brought to the city's streets. Martin Green is the chief executive of the Hull 2017 team. The man who was head of ceremonies for the widely acclaimed 2012 Olympics, he feels the city can thrive on its thirst for change.
It wants to change. It wants people to think differently about it. So these kind of things in Years of Culture do exactly that. The great thing about it is because the people of this city want the rest of the country to think differently about them, they have welcomed it in, they supported the bid, they celebrated when it won. So you could make the case that cities who don't feel the need for change wouldn't welcome you in and wouldn't say this is a good thing to do.
The City of Culture programme will stretch over 365 days and will be made up of over 1,500 events. It is estimated that the year will add a £60 million boost to the local economy, and 30% of UK travellers now say they would visit Hull as a result of its newfound status. One man who is confident of reaping the rewards is William Wheatley, who works at the independent Hull pie shop outside of the popular St Stephen's shopping centre.
I love Hull all my life. I've lived elsewhere occasionally to work and all that, and I've always loved coming back to Hull. So when we hit City of Culture, I reckon we'll get much busier, especially with St Stephen's. We've got a brilliant shopping place, we have a brilliant city. The people are always the loveliest, the friendliest I've ever found anywhere I've ever been. And I reckon we'll, as a business, will get much busier as well. And I've found a lot of local business opening in town recently. Like we've got the pancake place over there. We've got these kind of little huts around here. They started doing these Thursday nights already. This is even before we've hit 2017.
We want to work with you to challenge those.
That sense of positivity is not shared by everyone. After the recent general election, it became clear that Hull will be ravaged by cuts to previously ring-fenced public services, including the slashing of £1.6 million to its public health bill within 2015 alone. The anger and outrage can be felt at this anti-austerity protest. While City of Culture status has undoubtedly seen Hull swept with tides of optimism, it is clear from protests such as these that there is still a lot of vivid ill feeling towards government economic policy. Compere of the event, local poet Richard Gammon feels City of Culture status will not leave a lasting impact.
Not for us. It's not for us, it's for the quote elite. So much is done for the quote elite. Nothing's done for the working class people, for the pensioners. We have to do it ourselves. And that's why, I mean, this City of Culture's load of nonsense. It's a joke, really. It's patronising, it's horrible, it's just typical of a Blairite, Islington mafia and these Bullingdon boys and all the rest of them down there, and we'll give it to these people. Let the little peasants up north have their day in the sun.
I asked Martin about the risk that local communities will not feel the lasting effects of 2017.
Well, if that happens, we've got it wrong, because actually a City of Culture should be for everybody. So we do that in a number of ways. The first important thing is that activity will happen all over the city. It's not just about the city centre, and we need to go to where communities are and live and offer opportunities to get involved and do different things. The side effect of that hopefully is for people to be more aspirational, for young people who thought that there wasn't a future to say, actually, I can do this.
One event that is sure to inspire during the year is the Turner Prize. Boasting a past pedigree of winners from Tracy Emin to Steve McQueen, it is arguably the world's most well-known contemporary arts prize. In 2017, Hull will become only the 5th city outside of London to host the event, here at the Ferrans Art Gallery.
It's a prestigious art award and it's world renowned. It's bound to get people talking about art and debating about art, which is really exciting, and hopefully change perceptions about, the city. And, it's really valuable to everyone of all ages. It's going to attract school groups, it's going to attract all different ages. The Turner Prize is going to get people talking about it. It's going to get people travelling and spending money in our city.
Hull is also home to a vibrant grassroots arts community of its own. The past few years have seen the Humber Street area of the city next to the marina, that was once a fruit market back in the day, transformed into a set of boutique bars, restaurants and music venues. It is hoped that regeneration such as this can provide a link to the city's history whilst looking towards the future. The £15 million C4DI project is being built across from the award-winning Deep Aquarium and will be a hub for creative and digital startups within this bohemian hotspot.
It's a world-class workspace for creative and technology and digital professionals who want to come together, collaborate, spend time, work, but also have fun as well.
The digital economy in the Humber and the local region is worth £7 billion and employs 57,000 people. So it's an exciting time for the digital economy. The City of Culture is going to be very important for raising the profile of Hull and making people's perceptions of Hull a lot better. There is no doubt that every single visitor that comes into C4DI, and when we take them around the fruit market where we are here, are absolutely blown away.
It's felt that this combination of private sector growth and cultural innovation is at the heart of the city's future, especially with vast cutbacks to public funding. Although youth unemployment has traditionally been an issue in the city, and the near closing down of popular youth centres such as the Warren have left opportunities for young people thin on the ground, businesses such as bespoke boutiques are aiming to help the young unemployed of the city realise their creative potential.
Which is based in the city centre, where we provide free work placements to young creative people. We take them from job centre or from work programme providers, and we basically take their creative idea, we work as a team, we put that creative idea to the test, and we turn it into an enterprise and business. The people who are in it are not as bad as you think they are. The people who are in it are creative and cultural and forward thinking. They're enterprise and they want the city to be a better place. But there's never been that big community drive around it. And I think what City of Culture and what all the City of Culture promotion and all the organisations that's involved in it, what they're doing is they're not only shining a light outside the city, they're creating a stage for the people who are in the city to finally show what they're already doing.
It'll be fascinating to see whether this curious post-industrial city that lays quietly along the east coast of England will finally take its one chance in a generation to open its doors to the world. Whether or not Hull can fully embrace and thrive under the watchful limelight will be the intriguing question throughout 2017, but one thing's for sure, it's going to be a thrilling journey on the way to finding out. Riccardo Vitali, Just News Hull.